What are you lot doing in there? You get dirty sitting in that sand all day. Oh well. Right, this week, what we're looking at this episode. So, as I said before, all the floors in, all the timbers are in, we're good to go. I've loaded out a load of blocks at the top there, so we better start building up some of these walls. Let me quickly jump up there and I'll show you what the first thing we need to do is. I'm looking forward to getting a decent set of stairs in here. This is not the best. It's this bit that I don't like. I've got to try and not fall down. I should really tie my boots up. Well, we made it. We've got all the blocks set up here. We've got through here. This is going to be a little bit of a gable because the roof is coming down and sitting along the front of the house here. So we're going to have a little gable come up here, and then all the way through here, all the way around. This is the back. There's the back doors underneath that lintel. Go around here, and then all the way through here, and then up to this where the roof is coming down here, and then we're going to have a little gable coming up here, so that'll be on the squint there. So we need to build all that through there. But the first thing we need to do is, in between these timbers, we need to put a few blocks just to make it a nice flat starting point. In between where I put these joists, I need to put block in there, and what I'll do is I'm going to cut them all so they come up to the same height as this. So I'm going to have it the height of these timbers all the way through. So if you can see along here, in between each of those timbers, I need to essentially flatten it out and get it nice, so you've got something flat to work on. The same way as you work from the damp up, you get a nice starting point, and then yeah, we're looking good from there. So once we've got everything all flattened and set out right, and we're all at the same level, working from the same point, that tree, I'm going to have to cut that back because I keep walking into that. We'll set up corners like we do normally. Before you start running in, you build corners up first. One corner in here, one corner at this end here, one corner on this end here, and then we're going to have another corner at this end here. We'll build those up, and I need to check the plans to see exactly what height, because the last thing I want to do is build the house too high, and then planning permission come again and say, no mate, the house is too high, you can't be having that. So I need to double check the plans and get the heights just right. So the first thing we need to do is we need to work out how many blocks we need to go in these holes. I'm not going to cut all these by hand with a handsaw because it's going to take me so long, because unfortunately a block doesn't fit, and also it sticks up a little bit high as well, and we're going to have a bed underneath that as well. So what we need to do is we need to cut every single block going all the way around this back flank. I think that'll be alright. It might even be a fraction low, so I might have to put a bit of extra muck on the bed, but what we're going to do is cut them. So I'm not cutting them all by hand, so I've got a little tool that I think should work way through these quite easily. So this here is the disc cutter we're going to be using. It is a Husqvarna, if that is the right way to pronounce it. I'm not entirely sure, and it is a K760. As far as I'm aware, that's the model name. I've had this quite a long time, and it's been very reliable. It's been very good. You're probably looking at about £400–500 for one of these UK. I don't know what it is in dollars. These are really good. They're much better than going around and cutting everything by hand, especially all these queen closers on the build. I cut all these with that, and it zips straight through. It's so nice, so quick. It's got a 12-inch blade, diamond blade. Where it's petrol, you can take it anywhere. You don't have to worry about cables, because I know in the past I've moaned about 110 boxes and things like that. With that, you ain't got to worry about cables, and you also don't have to worry about cutting through a cable. You need to take great care with them because they can be very dangerous. They can kick quite easily. If you're cutting a block, as you're cutting, the blade twists a bit, it could catch on both sides of the brick or block, depending on what you cut, and kick back. So you have to be very careful. You have to stand out the way, when you use it. I'll show you when I get up there and cut the blocks. I'm going to go up there, mark them out and cut. Did you hear that? That cloud does not look very good. I don't know where this 30-degree heat's gone, but it seems to have buggered off, so looks like the rain's coming. So let's get these mocked up quick and hopefully get something done before the rain comes in. Before you use any equipment, especially like a grinder like I'm using now, you have to remember PPE, personal protective equipment. Dust mask. When you grind into a lot of dust, you don't want any breathing any dust, it could give you lung damage, anything like that. Always remember dust mask. You got earmuffs. These are loud, very loud. If you're using these very often, you'll deafen yourself over the years. So earmuffs. Always remember earmuffs. The most important part, goggles. If you haven't got these to hand, mask or earmuffs, you must at least use goggles. You don't want any bits of block flicking up, hitting you in the eye. I have had this before. I've had bits of block in my eye. I've gone to hospital with it, and it's not fun. It's not something I'd recommend. So at the bare minimum, use goggles. Always remember PPE. So let's suit up. Let's go and cut some blocks.
That's the rest of your hand.
What I was saying is that those done, that's those done, and man, that's some sweaty work. Right, oh, well hot now, bloody hell. I've got to cut that tree back. So there we go, we've got one stack of blocks there, there's all the offcuts, all the dust, and then we've got the other stack just here, and the offcuts over there. I'm going to keep the offcuts for the time being, just in case. God, look at the state of me. Just in case, as I go around, I need a little cut just to fill in a little gap. So I'll keep the offcuts for the time being. Once I've set that all round, got that all up to the right height, then I will just chuck them down on the floor somewhere. And if for some reason I need them somewhere, I've got a few little cuts. But so that's all the cuts ready. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go around with each block and plonk them in the hole. You see, this is where the 10mm comes in. Got a 10mm gap there, 10mm gap there, and if you can see from here, you've got that little ledge there. So that'll all be muck. That'll all be muck. That little corner needs knocking off. And then you got that little gap there for muck as well. So that will all come up level with the joists. Knock up a bit of muck and we'll bed them all in. Go around, get that all sorted. Then once we've done that, get corners up in each corner. Right, so I've gone around and I've filled in all the bits as you can see here, and also on the corners I've put just one course of block up, just so it makes it that little bit easier to build the corners, and a couple of wall ties in there as well. So that's all the way round. Another corner with ties in there, just one block up, just one block high. And here we go, running all the way through. Another course of blocks, wall ties, run to the front, much of the same, and that brings us round to the front. I'm leaving this off for the moment, just I'll build this corner up, and as this is going to be a gable, I'm not too fussed about raking that back and building a corner there, because there's not going to be a corner there. And that'll be the same on the other side. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around, build the corners up, and hopefully run in that block work, get that done, so we can move over to the other side and get that block work done as well, because the plan is we'll get the block work done up to the height for pad stones for the steels to sit on, and then I'll get the chippy in to put the roof on, and while he's putting the roof on I can finish doing the outside brickwork, because then there's two things going on at once. I'll be wearing a hard hat, make sure nothing hits me on the head, but I'd like to get things pushed on, so I want to get the chippy in to do the roof, so that's the plan. Hi guys, right, it's about a week later. Finished the block work, all the internal block work, well 95% of the internal block work. So I'll quickly switch around and show you exactly what's happened. Yeah, here's this wall, as you can up here, these are the pad stones, this one here and this one here, ignore that, it's just a bit of block. These are what the steels are going to sit on. And here we have one pad stone, and here we got, this is the solid concrete wall. I haven't finished this yet. This goes up one more block, and then we got the lintel like this here, sitting across those two doorways, and we got pad stone, and then we have the other wall again, pad stone. I'll finish the episode here guys. The next episode I'm going to be getting the steels in, so I probably won't do much filming. I'll try and time lapse it, but I'll see if I can get as much footage as I can. If you've enjoyed this episode, hit that like button. Don't forget, subscribe, then you're in it. Ring the bell, and then you get notified every time I put a video out. So make sure you got the trio done. And yeah, look forward to seeing you guys next episode next week. Have a good one.